see that I'm here at my Google My Maps. We're going to create a new map. I'll show you how to do that. I'm sure there's probably easier ways. This is just the way that I do it. I'm going to first go to the title here, and we'll just call the new map. I want to call it Alabama. How about Alabama? Because I thought I had one, but I didn't. Okay. Title this map here again, Alabama. And just gonna leave the description for now. We're gonna, I guess we could go ahead and haunted, abandoned, and boondocking. And that's basically how I kind of set my states up before I go. Haunted, HA. There we go. Haunted, abandoned, and boondocking. Go ahead and save that. Now we'll go ahead and go into the map, get into it a little bit more. Now, what I want to do is look for Newton, maybe. That was where I did the Bilsquito thing. I'm going to zoom in there, and then let's see if it's got Bilsquito. Bilsquito grave or hanging. Bilsquito. Let's just see what it comes up with. Bilsquito Bridge. There we go. Yep, that looks like the place. So let's see here. If we go to the story here, yeah, tells you all about the Bilsquito hanging and stuff. This is one of the top 10 most haunted Alabamas. So this is pretty cool because it does bring up in the story here. You just click on this and it'll take you to that website where you can find the information about it. So we're going to add this as a haunted place. So we're going to add this to the map. Now, in this case, I'm going to find a different design. They do have little ghosty icons here. Once you find it, it'll add it up here to your regular things. But I think there's an alien. Somewhere there's a ghost. And I thought it was in a weird place. Here's a ghost. I mean, an alien again. Crossbones. That would be good for like abandoned, maybe. I don't know. You got to kind of use whatever you think. There's the ghost. So we're going to add that little icon. And so now it's got the ghost icon. And we're going to make it, what color should we make it? Let's just go with something that's going to stand out. So we'll go with the blood red. Okay. So we added that to Bilsquito. So now we know what that is. So that'll work. Now let's, well, I can't remember. How about the Alba or the Coffee County Jail in Alba? Coffee County Jail, Alba, Alabama. That was another haunted location we went to. You got to see the video on that. So let's go ahead and make that a ghost location. So we'll add it to the map. We'll also change the icon to the ghost. Now it should show up in here now, I think. Yep, there it is. I'm going to change it to red. All right, now we know that that's a place to, a haunted place. Okay, cool. And then when I need directions, you just click the map and it'll give me directions to the Coffee County Jail. Again, we were there. Great investigation. Slosh Furnace, that was in Birmingham. Here we go. and we did that. Another haunted location, so we'll add that to the map. Again, if you want to check out what it looks like, just go up here. Sometimes they have stories, sometimes they don't. But yeah, got a self-guided tour of the furnaces, which is what I did. A guided tour, and then a lot of photographs. Where do I have a ton myself? Um, so I got in there. It didn't cost me anything. Let's see what this says down here. Oh, these are classes. That's kind of neat. Kind of neat. Okay, photography classes. But anyways, so if you click on the information that's provided, then that's pretty cool. They'll give you the lowdown on the location. Again, it was a haunted location, so we're going to go ahead and give it the little ghosty icon. So you just click on the paint thing, find your little icon, change the color, and there we go. We have now we have three of the top 10 most haunted here. Bosquito, the old Coffee County Jail, Sloss Furnace. One other thing we had was the Eufaula. We had the Shorter Mansion. So let's go to Eufaula. Eufaula. Um, Shorter Mansion. See if it takes you to the old one or the new one. It's got you to the new one. It would be right here on Riverside Drive, down in this area here. Because it comes right across the bridge here, and then it just kind of set right here. Not on the map, doesn't show it, but I can guarantee you it is right there. You go in come down the street, and I don't think it's even showing that street. Not really a street; it's kind of a dead end. Calling it Governor's Park. Um, not really a park. It's not open to the public necessarily, but that's where it's at. So I'm going to go ahead and pin that if I can. Let's see. Pin that right there. I'm going to call this Old Shorter Mansion. Old Shorter. Okay. Original mansion and family cemetery. Okay. Original. Save. Okay, now it's on the map where I want it. We're going to have to go to the paint can again. We will go to the ghosty and color the red. Done with that. Okay, so there's 4 locations I visited, haunted locations. Now I got one more, and I got to remember Kingston. Let's see, Kingston, Alabama. We have Sloss, Redmont. Didn't go there. Tutwiler. No. Grish. No. I'd like to go there. The old Bryce. That would be cool. I have to put that on my list. It's in Montgomery. In fact, I will. I'm going to go ahead and put it on there just in case I go there sometime. It's still there. Copy. Let's put it on my list. See, that's what you do. You just find a place, you key it up there, paste, check it out. It'll give you the location right there. Put it on your map. Make it a haunted on your haunted want list. Okay. So you go here, you change the little icon, ghost, we turn it to red. And now, whenever you can close that out, but if I type on it, it brings it back up. I can go back here and view on Google Map. It'll take me exactly where it is. Here's some pictures of it and whatnot. Makes it real convenient to follow up on different sites and stuff. So you just saw me just find a new place. Um, there in Alabama, I'd like to go to. I get down that way, I'll go. Um, let's see. But what I'm looking for right now is I wanted that story. Here it is, Harrison. There we go. That's the. Let's see who was the player in this. This was Ganser. I said Gunther. It's Ganser Harrison. Um, yeah, you can hear fiddle music being heard inside the shelter built over his tomb. Um, he was constantly inviting his neighbors over for barbecues and square dances. He loved dancing. His only request when he died be laid in a feather bed, laid on his old feather bed. There we go. Wearing his dancing attire. And it said that like on Thursday nights he dances on top of his grave. So we went there on a Thursday night, of course. But this is who I was talking about. So we went to Harrison Cemetery and Ganser Harrison. Copy. I'm gonna put this on the map. Not this one, but on this one. Harrison Cemetery in Kingston. Kingston. Kingston AL. Enter. There we go. All right. We'll put the add to map. Then in the notes here, that website we just saw, let's go ahead and just add that website. How about that? So you can copy that information. Then we go back to our maps, right? Let's see here. First off, we'll go ahead and paint the little icon, go spot. Okay. And then somewhere here, now I got to remember how to do this. Oh, maybe edit. Okay. So here I can write in that little story that I found. That'll put that page back up because I saved it. Now I'll go back down here to the Ganser story. Here we go. And I'll just copy this first little paragraph here. Copy. That'll give me an idea of what I'm doing there. So Control V, paste that in there. Now I have a little story about why I would want to go there. So save that. Now, when I bring up my information, this is the information. It'll tell me how to get there. It'll tell me a little bit of what I'm going to find when I get there. So now if I look at the overall state of Alabama, then I should be able to see all my spots that I've got laid out so far. Okay? So that's how I set up my maps when I'm traveling. And that way, if I come in from Memphis, I know to go into Birmingham and over here. Now, there's another place that I want to add for sure that I never made it to. It's up by Birmingham. Let's see if that's it. No, but Chuhaba. Chuhaba is definitely a place I want to go. Archaeological. There we go. So we're going to add this, but it's a ghost town. So let's just for grins, we're going to add it to the map, but we're going to add it as add layer. I think that's how you do it. We're going to find out here in a second. We're going to call this layer. See if we can rename it somewhere. There we go. Rename this. We're going to call this Ghost Towns. The one was haunted. Let's see if we put Chahaba down there now. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna change the icon. Let's find something ghosty, right? I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. Let's see, something that could represent something abandoned, something haunted. Not necessarily ghosty though. I don't know. And again, this is something that's going to have to, fit for you. You don't have to change anything if you don't want to. It doesn't matter. I just do it because it makes it easier for me to quickly identify. Like down here, I'll use this little camper for my camping spots, my boondocking places. Um, as far as haunted locations, I'm thinking, or ghost towns or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Something fun, something kind of neat and different. Um, Something that's just going to stand out a little bit. I think in the past I was using like this old farmhouse just because it kind of stood out. And a lot of the locations I was doing was abandoned farms and that sort of stuff. Um, I don't really see any ghost towny stuff. How about shop? Like a haunted house. How about that? Haunted building. Yeah, because there's really nothing that really is kind of towny. So let's call it shop. Okay, we're gonna use that. That's what I want to use. So we're gonna make that color stand out a little bit different. So we want to make them maybe I don't know. What do you think? Blue? There. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna use for haunted. I mean um, ghost towns. So now we have a new ghost town here. So that's a place that I haven't been yet that I missed because I actually planned on going back up to Sloss, and it's more up towards Birmingham. But now I can go to Sloss and I can go to the Bryce Hospital and Chahaba. All three of them are in close proximity of each other, so that's going to be really cool. Let's see how close they are actually. I mean, again, you could do the preview of the map, and yeah, so like as I'm coming out of Sloss and I go to the old Bryce Hospital. Then I cut down here. I'm sure it will take me down towards Enterprise, which is where my friend Gypsy lives. And then that would be a nice little road trip to get me back down to here. But at any rate, you could see how I'm slowly building the map. Now I did stay at a little Newton Park, I think, so we'll just go in and add it real quick in a new category. So I'll go back to the original map. John, whatever, Newton Park. Yeah, we'll try that again. It was that John Hudo. John Hudo. Yeah, Chattahoochee is the river that I was standing by while I was doing the Bill Skeeto thing. So this would be, um, it was free camping. All you had to do was call the city and let them know that you're there. So I'm going to definitely add that on there. So I want to add layer. I'm going to call this layer boondocking. And that'll be my camping spots. So I save that on the trailer. The nice thing is once you find your little icon, then it'll at least save it in a place that you can readily grab it in the future down here. So there's my little camper, and I'm going to make it green. And yeah, so this would be down in my boondocking, and there we go. It did move at that time. This layer up here, we're going to rename this to Haunted. All right. Okay, so this is something I would do like overnight or a couple of days before I head into a new. It could be new county. It could be a new city. Even if you got places you're going into a city and you want to find museums and interesting places like that, you can definitely make a little map like this on Google Map. Google Maps are great. Once I started using it, it's like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? Because it makes it so easy when I'm just traveling to glance down and say, oh yeah, well hey, that's where I want to be, and that looks so cool. I'm gonna head down there. Get your preview, and now you got okay. I got a camping spot. I've got a ghost town. I've got all kinds of haunted locations, and you can see how easy this is starting to come together for me. And then if I just click on a location, then here's the description that I added. Uh, but as you go along, if you let's find one that's got the website. So yeah, click on the website. You kind of get the information you want right there. It's all convenient, and everything's now I have something started for Alabama. So this is what I kind of wanted to show you. This is how I find my spots when I'm traveling and set up my maps and whatnot so that you guys kind of, I don't care if you're taking a family vacation or just checking out. Maybe you got one ghost hunt. You're gonna let's say you live in Colorado and you're gonna go to Kansas for a ghost hunt, but you want to see something in between. Pull up your Google Map, do a little search, and you might find a couple of spots that are right on the same route. That if you just take a little extra time, you can stop off and see them too, so you don't miss anything. And that's kind of how I found the Mississippi model of the Mississippi River. Just happened along it and caught it in time. Otherwise, I would have drove past it. It was one of the coolest things that I'd seen along the trip. There's a YouTube video on that if you want to check it out. At my, I believe that's on my Simply Go. No, it's on my We Boondock. So if you go to youtube.com/WeBoondock, WeBoondock, then it'll take you to my YouTube page, and then just look for the Mississippi River model video. It's pretty cool. At any rate, so yeah, this is how I make my maps, and I've got some here. Close that out. Close this out, and let's just see what I have, um, and different places that I did in Florida. Cindy and I did this. So you can see here, I've got all kinds of different locations. Um, this was an abandoned hotel. So that's what I was using for abandoned little skeletons. Um, so yeah, you can see how cool it is. And that way, as I'm cruising through and going through all these places, then I can pick a route to get the most ghost hunts and stuff out of an area. So very cool method. I hope you guys got something out of this. Maybe put it in the back of your mind. Do it in your own state. Do it in your own neighborhood. You'd be surprised, I'm sure, what's available within 100 miles of your location. If you just take some time and let your mouse do the walking for you, you may be surprised what's totally nearby you. Gives you a pretty good idea of how to use the Google Maps for traveling and doing what I do in the RV, which is abandoned exploration and roadside oddities and just boondocking and living life, in my mind, big, doing all these adventures. So I'm going to end this and get back, let you guys get back to whatever you were doing. But thanks for watching.